Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? How are you coping with this new moon in Scorpio? Not exactly easy, is it? It's just, I am certainly been finding that the emotions have risen quite high today, and we're being pushed. We're being challenged a lot with the intensity of our emotions, and just in looking inside, looking inside at ourselves and what's going on and trying to cope with all the changes, the challenges. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. I think, as I said somewhere earlier, I used to really get pushed by the full moons. They used to just take me out of my body and I'd be gone. This year it's been the new moons because, hello again. Just saying, just about challenges. Yes, there goes the internet. But yeah, I used to get pulled out by the full moons, but the new moons I found to be incredibly intense. Hey Sam, just punishing almost. And I was reading and studying all about this new moon, so I'm just going to look at the notes that I've written. So it takes place in, and I love this phrase, the no nonsense Scorpio. Doesn't take any shit at all. Marked by a deep, fiery passion. It's emotional, dramatic, obsessive, and prepared to do something drastic to get what it wants. And this is one thing that's coming up. We have, I don't know if you've felt it this year, but it's like we've been pushed so far, like the elastic band has been stretched so incredibly far. And we've said, well, just be patient here, and we'll just deal with this little bit of nonsense over here, and this bit of silliness, and this attempt by the dark to sort of take us off path. And this Scorpio new moon just heralds in a point where we go, no more diversions, no more of the crap that you're throwing out at us. We want the full experience now. We are gearing up, I feel, for this massive, massive shift. Apparently there's a whole load of eclipses coming up now, and we are truly gearing up and finally listening to our hearts, and our hearts are going, no, I'm done. I'm really done with the crap. And it reminds me of one of my favourite films, Some Like It Hot, Marilyn Monroe, and she keeps saying, I always get the fuzzy end of the lollipop. And this is us. We have been fed the fuzzy end of the lollipop for so long, and now we're going, I want the sweet end. I want the good stuff. I want the nice, lovely, sweet, tasty bit that I can really get my heart into. And our heart is longing to dive into something, to just let go and throw ourselves in that pool of energy and love and sparkling light and just indulge in it. We're not happy with half measures anymore. That's certainly what I feel. So the new moons symbolising beginnings, fresh starts, and a massive sort of creative drive, creative energy that's pushing things through for us. And what I found very interesting as I was reading, and I felt it today with some work that I was doing, just this real kind of butting heads, this kind of tension that's coming up, but we can use this tension to actually push through. If there's something that you've been reluctant to change, this new moon could actually sort of take you to the edge that says, right, it's going to change. You actually don't have a choice anymore. It feels like someone's literally got their hand behind us and they're going, I'm just going to shove you off here. You are going in that water. You are jumping off that cliff. You are just doing it. And there's absolutely no, I'm not having any no's from you. You're just doing it. So yeah, really, really powerful, transformational, massive changes coming, which we need. We're here to bring about changes in the world. We are here to shift the old ways, to get this massive rock that's been sitting here for ages, stopping us moving forward. We are now going to get it going, because there are so many of us now pushing forward and pushing through this light. So yeah, intense feelings, don't just give in. Don't just say, oh no, I'm happy. Your heart really passionately wants to break through. It wants to come out and just shine bigger than ever. So don't hold back on it. If you're going to love, if you're going to throw yourself into something, you're going to be creative, just chuck yourself in. Sorry, if you could feel the energy, it's just like, yeah, throw yourself in. It's making me laugh. But yeah, allow your feelings to come out. They may feel uncomfortable. You may find yourself wanting to, I don't know, damage somebody or something. Don't. If you feel that kind of way, I suggest you grab an old towel and shred it, or get an old telephone directory and just rip it up. Do something like that to get your frustrations out. But yeah, it's that kind of energy that says, oh, I want to go do something, driving us forward. I actually wrote this bit. I said, journal, write letters to the people who aren't listening to you, do a new moon ritual. Anything allows you to get your feelings out. If you have space, howl at the moon. Get out there, scream, jump up and down. Just do something to get this energy moving, to get this creative force out there and into the world. But at the same time, we need to ground our energy. We need to let it flow with the earth, breathe, because we don't want to lose ourselves. We want to lose the stuckness in ourselves, but we don't want to actually lose ourselves. And as things turn and churn so much, it can be really, really easy to feel like we've lost ourselves. So have a connection to something. Connect to Gaia, connect to the earth. Get your crystals out. Excuse me, my voice is going. Just have something that brings you back to the beautiful core, the beautiful center of yourself, the bit that's real, the soul, your heart. Always keep the connection between your heart and Gaia and Mother Earth. Just have something there to keep you grounded, because all this change can be absolutely terrifying, and if we're not grounded and here, then we may actually stop the progress going forward. So amongst all this turmoil and new beginnings, find yourself. You may find someone new. I hope you do, because there are lots and lots of personalities and aspects to us that reside within us that just haven't had a chance to come out yet and be in the light. So go exploring in yourself as well. Who knows what you'll find in there? It's all going to be beautiful. Don't worry about that. It's also a supermoon, which has even more power and influence. So, oh boy, supermoon in the intense Scorpio. I think I have Scorpio rising, so for me it's all a bit like, woohoo! Feel slightly drunk again. The new moon at this point, it symbolises death, the end, the beginning. I love that, the end and the beginning. The big new moon is about embracing your hidden side, facing the parts that we'd quite frankly rather keep under wraps. Why? Why do we want to keep these magical parts of ourselves under wraps? Very simple, because we've been told that they're bad. And we've been told by toxic masculinity that these hidden shadowy sides are evil, that they need to be controlled. Do you know what those hidden shadowy parts are? They're the exciting, juicy bits. And I love this. I've just been reminded, when I teach crystal healing. Let me just grab a crystal. I absolutely love this. This is, let me see if I can find the right crystal that I want. Here we go. So here we've got a completely clear crystal. And that's considered to be masculine. Why? Because it's clear. Because it doesn't have any hidden depths to it. Apologies to any men listening. I'm sorry, but this is not insulting. This is just how it works. So, a friend of mine, she always said, my husband just goes, look, I'm not complicated, I'm really simple. Point me in a direction and I'll go. So this is the clarity, the simplicity, the one level of masculine. Whereas when we start looking, I've got my little smoky quartz here, and you see it's a bit rough. I'm sure I can find a better example. Here, hang on. So here, my lovely Apache tears. See, it's all a bit rough. And has lumps and bumps and hidden corners and so on. And that makes it a feminine crystal. Also, cloudy crystal is feminine. Why? Because we have these beautiful hidden depths, these mysterious, mystical parts to us. And we've been told not to explore them because possibly in there resides the wise woman, the witch, the herbalist, the spirit animal, the gutsy, intuitive side to us there she resides. And so, of course, we've been told to not examine those parts of ourselves because they might be powerful. Yeah, they are powerful. So let that magic come out of those hidden parts of you and just embrace them, because all it's going to do is, I'm thinking cake again, is make the cake richer. You know, you go from a plain Victoria sponge into a chocolate covered sponge with Maltesers and Smarties all over it. It just becomes richer, and we become more evolved, we become more loving, we become who we are. You know, we are exciting and we are beautiful and passionate creatures, and let's embrace that. Let's embrace that divine feminine part of ourselves. Masculine or feminine, you've all got that divine feminine, so let's embrace it. So that's what I felt about the astrology today. And then I started looking at some of my favourite cards, the Sacred Rebels. There they are. And I loved the pack. As soon as when I first got it, I was a bit like, not quite sure I resonate yet. But as I started working with them, I absolutely adore them, because the Sacred Rebel, we're rebels. We go against the grain. We question, we ask, we push, we create. We don't toe the line, and that's rebellious. And I love it. And we're sacred because we carry the divine feminine within us. We are the divine. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, it's all within us. So I really resonate with these cards now. So the first card that came up is Power of Attraction. You can see that there. And so we're coming into the season of asking for what we want, for embracing all of who we are. And so, of course, we're going to attract that in. So life changes. The more we embrace ourselves, the more we embrace all those hidden, dynamic, wonderful parts of ourselves, guess what comes back in? A richer life, a more joyful life. Just, you know, imagine the relationships, the people, the experiences that can come in when we start uncovering all those aspects of ourselves. And it's also about, you know, this whole new moon is about new beginnings. So what do you want to attract this month? What do you want to bring in? What are your greatest desires? What are your deepest desires? What does your heart tell you? What does your passion tell you? Go and find out. It may surprise you. You know, sit with yourself with a whole pile of magazines and just look through and what pictures call you, what words make you feel alive and dynamic. You'll be amazed what you can find. You'll be amazed what your heart suddenly tells you. Go, that's what I want. Because we are changing. We need to allow ourselves to change. So then the second card is Legacy of Light. It's beautiful. This for me just immediately speaks of why we're here. Why this time? Why are we here now? Why? Because we are here to leave a legacy of light. We are here to change the world into something that is so beautiful that it was always meant to be. When consciousness first created the earth, this was what it was supposed to be, and we are finally stepping into that. And you know, sometimes I laugh at myself because I think, you know, when we're gone, when our generation has gone and the world is starting to become something so beautiful, nobody will remember us. Nobody will look back and go, gee, thanks, you know, you did a great job there. But our legacy is going to be alive and well because we are leaving a legacy of light. And we're not going to need, you know, we're not going to need our names etched in stone somewhere on a plaque on a house. The legacy that we carry is within our hearts. And it's knowing that when we have gone, we'll have created something amazing, or we'll have started it. We'll have been the foundation of something so beautiful. And I don't need my name written in the sky because I will simply know within myself what I chose to do and why I came. I'm sorry, it's making me all emotional. And then the final card, Receiving. If you put your desires out there, if you ask for this, if you ask for what you want, it's one thing you got to do, and that's be open to receive it. And I know as healers, as light workers, as givers, as mothers, as grandmothers and grandfathers, apologies, and fathers, we are so used to giving. But we need to receive, because energy flows both ways. It is not just a giving and giving and giving. There is a moment when the universe gives back to us. There's a moment when the universe suddenly rewards us. And we need to have our hearts open, because an open heart gives and receives. And so one thing we've really got to massively learn is a fully open heart, a fully beautiful heart is something that can accept love and not just give it out. And yeah, sure, it feels amazing to give. I absolutely agree. It's just the most incredible feeling. But so is receiving. It's just as important. And we need to allow the energy to come back to us, because it fulfills us and it allows us to step forward and give all over again. We have hearts that are incredible, cosmic hearts, but we also have a human body, and the human body needs to know that it is valued and appreciated. So open up to receiving as well, because it will just allow you to keep doing your work and shining your light forever, for longer and longer and longer. Ever's a long time. So that's November. This is what's coming, and you know what? The energy is amazing. It's so high, and I feel incredibly blessed, and I'm excited as well. I think that's what it is. I'm really excited. I hear stories, I read papers, and you know, if you listen to it all, you'd be scared, but I know there's nothing to be scared of for any of us, because the light is so strong, so powerful, and there are so many of us that awaken that our dreams can finally come true. They really can. So I'm being told it's time to embrace the light. And once again, I call on the beautiful moon goddesses. I call on their hidden aspects. I call on Gaia, because it is on her that the moon shines. It is for her that the moon exists. This beautiful relationship between the moon and the earth, between the moon and us, it is sacrosanct, it is sacred. And as it's a new moon, I call on her new energy. I call on her passion, her power to come through. Mit karashni washika at wakorashni wasway, at korasha zibazi namayawata korase, at kotagai maria shawiwa. O shizagaya daronage, imada karasa moata kotodazi, tite karamashasi. Ukagagyamunage, ati pakutokarashesi. Akiasi tarakania, moatakar, otakarashevisi, kitikiamo, atikirkataroshisi, mukapakai takarasha. Hai, shishikida. Akira, sodukurose was, dodukurose, sakarakiski, atokonia, aiki, miki, nakoshi. Atutu ziva, kiborazi, and yamorajai. Akira, shisianta rokosoa. Hai, muturko, bayashikete, tika, moda, roshavia, moyadakro, sukutukasa. Metikitikasha, sidak, metakrosha, svita, putukara, shisi, motaranja, nyamoraji, suatatikidiatakrosha, siat, waketarosh, switkipatarashis, nyawa, mu shesiketarashi, matikrabiato, korosho, shotakoko, mito. Ayo, juji, komoraji, atokose, tetkitarashi, nyamazwai, oka, shesignat, korikarashi, sikiaboraji, mayo, shisukatarashi, sik, patakr, shat, no jujukiato, soa, mitakrash, saikara, sakara, nana, kai, putokashi, swati, arajoji, moara, merakarashi, hatikarash, siskatikatarosh, swatikraboshi, sibaseke, bonara, mayaboroshi. Oh, she kills. Sutukurose de Ramaria and Amoroshi. Sebi Kataraka. Hatikirashi Sikayama Rawashi, Boycota Kara Kimiana. Si todo se andiamo recibe si pokara se te korasanya vai ma ti kadarsh si wara kana zamnia torres si skudai maravarji si bita krasi asi cosa zaki amora se guarani maravarji kadaka takra karashi si karari ne mora jisa ai shis tad karash sora maya varindi karashi se te karmajesi si moraz nati karashes so zakria morai me parajiki kiara niaro Malwa, Gato, Karishi. Atuko se wariniamo jes sut karabaya kodorasha. Patikit karashi, sati karamaya, wayiniamo rashi sakaya bakat. O to korase, amarari bariki araji, yamarasi. O to kosas, seti karishaki, amaraji, waseyo karakato. Na what, porque kiara, kiara. Hai, korashesi. Muto koras, moka ikaranya. Metekri shai wani marozabi warekiar koshesi. Ai koda rajes, nato korajes, mati korajes, sök yatekni, otakras, tai kotarkia, tet parke tekiara kikishu. Mosh kekarinia, narekria, tarkush, san, mati gerenio. Adikit kirpakia kotaka, asuku kuatakia. Mi paragna ragisi vasi coraja, nete coraje, natiko, vikita, kikara kaja, mati kiragishisi, a tu coraj, mati ki pecata kinyana, wayemona, medora, akieto. Mutukis, suzukutia, metaprekiadia, aeroto. Metiki parashe, maikira reshe. Mas, what the kiberario, you yam, muragiaran meadata, met prekiata kreko. Met usukotakia, mus patikia, boto patikiara, kiepota, metu porukasi watakotokora, mit porkarekora kishi, mitoka, pikarakatakia, no nujis, quataparakia, neti bidakreora, orska, euska, jasio yanoa. Me kipara, nyati kipara, nyati porkashi, nyato, uski, mi te keraja, matbara, matebara, mia, okutoshi sikidora, pekara, yemo, with the caribia. Itikadasi, metagripa, ikabaraki, atabarake, bakaka, bora, kakia, patitiki, para, niposhua, mopakea, mokake, mokarakia, netiko, oshi, matubara, pikiriko, tokoreji, nyadi, pikika, me pigara, me baraka, ne da garasha, mukosh, si, sukadara, she, muasi, me barakia kanaya. Para io to crosciso esam yamaramota, ma poaki a pocoshi, ma poca ishi moshisa. Ma per gianni anari cora kia a shoshi, miugara, medora, mika cocagliana moraje, miasok, tokorashi, maiko, nogor deia. Muko jizvita, ma io con narasi, ma tiquera oshi. Ma boa nedia. Ma tigna carashinia sua. E ti caroso. Ma io non oscesia. Me corasi. Ma kotarashinia si beati ki bororania moroshoshi. Akura ki gata rama yawaraji. Ma koto korshesi. Ma koto kor shukushiki ashukoto roshonyo ma sheki. Muka e shisu kororakia. Toko shisu sukata kara shukushakia. Mokata mokara yaket te krosh. Sakyo doroje namaraki. Mokashe, ma ibu dukresi unyamarazi varzi era kara e courage sayuko nyamarazi hoshiko dorosho suka muadi boronyara se arpe muashikarasia. I have to say that was weird even for me. I felt like I just had one different star being after another just coming through. Just each one, that's still here, each one kind of connecting with us and almost like announcing themselves and saying, I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm here. This feels things are going to happen in November. I don't know what it is, but things are going to happen. And it feels a bit unreal in some ways. What's going to happen isn't going to feel... we'll look back and go, what the hell was that? How did that happen? It's something big is shifting. Something big is making connections with us, and a doorway, a portal, I'm not sure what, but are you guys feeling any of this? It just feels like something big. We're making connections we've never made before. Oh, it's still here. Just, I think the best thing to do is give yourself some time to sit with this energy, because there are so many beings just coming down, building this circle of love and of support, as if they're saying, you know, really, this is our time. This is our time to rise up and come on through. So our hearts are the doorway through which they come. And what's going to come, I don't know. But some strong energies, I can say that. Ooh, I hope you're doing okay. That's all thrown me a bit. That was a bit odd. Are you guys okay? Because I think I am. Yeah. Let me know how you're getting on. I'd love to know, because that was... wee. Go drink water, go ground yourself, and come and chat later. I'm always here. In the meantime, relax.